This episode is brought to you by thedolphinwars.com.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to King Dolphin TV, episode number 349, which is a Surfside chat, which means it's just me and you guys in the chat. We'll just chat up about anything you want to hear. You ask, I'll answer. I am Raymond. I am King Dolphin. I am the author of the Dolphin Wars trilogy and the ruler of the greatest pod on YouTube. I'd like to welcome you all to the show. It's been a what? We'll get to that. It's been a very brutal 4 days. The coughing has gone down to intermittently. Today I went to work. I was kind of dizzy, and no comments from the peanut gallery. I was very unsteady, worried if I was going to fall down flat on my face. So, yeah, I was, no, thank God, no. Thank God, no. I had no fever. Just coughing. I had no sinus issues. So it was just coughing and a general, just leave me alone. I'm going to sleep the rest of my life. And I've gotten better. Lucky, one of my coworkers had the coof. So, fortunately, she did the self stay home. What's bad now is Sandra's got it. If you can hear her coughing in the back. Yeah, I actually took Monday and Tuesday off of work and just pretty much stayed home and slept. I think I felt really better yesterday because Queen Dolphin and I actually decided to put our exercise bike together. And as I was doing it, I was sweating a lot. So I think whatever was left probably sweated out. I didn't want to work from home because I knew me, and I knew the second I got home, I wasn't going to think about turning on a computer, but I was going to zonk, and I was going to hang around with Trike, hug Trike, play with Trike, and just sleep. I was doing some good snorter-pooper sleep naps. So the usual spiel. If you like what we're doing here, if you like Surfside chat, if you like the book reviews, if you like the interviews, and of course, if you like Just Cuz and the theme shows, please subscribe, and watch those hours, because I think I'm still well below. I'm kind of like still about 400 to 500, depending on the time of day. Yeah, I need a big sort of pooper scream at YouTube because the algorithm hates me. It doesn't like dolphins. I don't know why it doesn't like dolphins, but it doesn't. And if you are so inclined, let's see what the Snorty and Trike agency is saying. If you are so inclined, please consider putting some ducats in the bucket to help out the channel. See what we can do more for you guys and for the channel. It says pay up. Sincerely, Snorty and Trike. And there's the link. And thank you, Tim. Yes, I saw that. Thank you very much. I very much appreciate it. Another donation to the kitty and to keep those two big lugs. You should have heard him. You should have heard him just about 5 minutes ago, terrorizing Queen Dolphin, probably getting his practice for when he goes with Snort to collect things. I have to wonder though, what are they collecting? Because I have to really, really wonder. You know, those two, they are total shysters. And now that Dipsy's in the mix, one must really wonder. So, okay. All right. Hello, Max. He's all right. So let me welcome the chatters that are here. We have our amazing producer, Queen Dolphin herself. It's King Dolphin TV in color and stereo. We're available. A Sandra Feliciano production. We have Tim FKHC 2005. Oh. I gotta read that from Snort, but I gotta be careful to laugh because I will cough. Let's see. We got Legata's Legionnaire, the big one, the big guy. We have Max Redstone, who says, ask not what your channel can do to you. Ask not what your channel can do for you. Ask what you can do for the channel. Good statement. Good statement. And then Snort says, hand over the ducats to us or we will peel your paint. Oh, that would get ugly. That could get really, really ugly. And speaking of which, the head of the collection agency, the baddest bear on the internet, along with his compatriot, start Poopas! Cuber. Dot scream. Hashtag roar. Well, at least he's well enough that I don't have to carry the show for him. We can at least do an hour's worth of show tonight. Yeah. Hail, hail, Trike. Have you been collecting ducats? Must be in a food coma. Ooh. What do you see? Uh-oh. Hey. Uh-oh. I'm out of here. I don't know what he sees. And let's see. Tim says, boom. Well, let's give him a. All right. And squirrel. Yeah, probably. Probably. Like I said, probably for these, this because of just cause not happening. And thanks, Fet for Hire, for stepping up and doing a show so that other people were entertained. I wish I could do it. I love doing Saturdays, but sometimes it just doesn't happen, especially like this where I'm just like dead. Yes, YouTube, I said it. I did feel like left over. Oh, and Trike wants me to share this. Oh, you told Fett in the background. Okay. Thanks, Tim. All right. Here, there we go. The collection agency. I I did AI on this. I did Chat GPT, but I want to know who that little doggy down there is. I think that's Dipsy, which means that's a lot of paint remover right there. I find that amusing. That looks like Mr. Magoo. The goddess says, but Snort, what if we want our paint to peel so we can put out on a whole new set of coatings? Dipsy can peel your paint. Little dog is scrappy type. Scrappy type. Yeah. Okay. And then, of course, for a more realistic look, I like this one. Yeah, a couple shysters there. They're real shysters. All right. Let's see. I told that in the background. Also told them that maybe they should do a Gene Hackman film tonight. Yeah, that is such a mysterious situation with Gene Hackman. That is just so weird. North says just before they got it. Yeah. I could believe it. Okay. Actually, I'm going to try and show some memes that I've tried to catch previously and show, but we never get to see all the memes I catch. Okay. La, la, la. Most of these. Let's see. Let's start at the bottom of the batting order. So, let's see. Come on, there's some others. Yeah. I could see. Hey, Snort, did you see this? I could see Snort walking, lumbering in Tampa, Florida, and seeing that critter. Okay. I knew you would say that, Snort. How does a polar bear catch a killer whale? That's one. That's one I have to ask. Care to explain that one, big guy? Meanwhile, I'm going to show you another meme. It says, I am Gatling. I am 30 millimeter. I am Bert. I am Eagle. I am Angel. Invincible. I would say something about Orca windbag, but I won't. Hey, you won't get enough. You could say anything you want about orcas. Remember, dolphins and orcas are kind of at out war with each other, so you could say whatever you want. Bird, yeah. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, they've been saying they want to get rid of the A10. Good luck with that. Yeah. Yeah, that ain't going anywhere. So, I like this one. I like this one. If it wasn't geographically incorrect, I would really like this one. It's like the bayonet. You still don't know when you may need it. Yeah. The Mile High Club and the snort. I like that. That's good. The Mile High Club and the Air Force has been trying to get rid of ground support for a long time, but they don't. Yeah, and they don't want, but they still don't want the Army to have nice things like that. They want to keep all the fixed wing for themselves. So, could you see the Marines with the A-10? Oh, that would be boss. That would be totally boss if the Marines had access to the A-10. And what is wrong with this picture? Other than the fact it's beautiful. Yep, Snort, you're right. Both the Army and the Marines would love the A-10. That other than the fact that Newport News is in Virginia, that would be an awesome picture. And the Enterprise was made in San Francisco. Oh, 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 oh. I'm gonna show this, Tim, but I'm gonna show this, Tim, and I'm gonna probably get something thrown at me. But it's still funny. That's so funny. I'm ducking right now. So if there's any delays, it's because something's getting thrown my way, and I'm ducking. True.
I'm going to hit the computer, but wow. Pretend I threw something at you.
She just threw something at me. It was Tim's fault.
Uh-huh. You know, it says Marines, it doesn't say Air Force.
Oh.
It doesn't say Chair Force.
Here we go. The old Chair Force Army gags. In orbit over San Francisco, at least in the old canon. You kind of have to build parts on Earth. Yeah. And Snort says, Snuffles, poor Army. Yeah, Army couldn't catch a break with the Army-Navy game. They couldn't catch a break. So, yeah, poor Army. Yeah. So, let's see. This one is wrong on so many levels. Wrong on so many levels. Oh. I guess he got tired. He got tired of all the hi-yas. God, that hurt. I agree, Tim, but it's so funny. The guy says, bacon. Snort says, bacon, bacon. And Snort says, when I was a cub, we visited the Norfolk area and saw the superstructure of the Enterprise CV-65 when it was being completed in Newport News. And now you could probably see it in the process of still being scrapped. Sigh. Sigh. That's so sad. And it's going to take a long time between the new Enterprise coming out. But at least there will be an Enterprise. Been to 2 Army Navy games and a boatload of Air Force Navy games and 3 Air Force Army games. Oh. Yeah, it's probably nearly impossible to go see the Army Navy game in person. I don't even know how you get tickets for it. Do you have to be an alumni? I know the students get to go in. The students get to go in immediately, but I don't know how everybody else goes. So, 3 Army Navy games. Okay. Snort, this one, Snort's been at it again. Snort has been at it again. Owing to vast cultural differences, Professor Frosty's calculations for a final and convincing solution to the problem of global warming was unfortunately misinterpreted as just a box of seal guns. Shouldn't that have been Professor Snorty? You are one lucky guy there, Tim. Club level seats for the last one. Oh, okay. Hello. Hello, old man bird. How are you doing? This is Surfside Chat, just where I just chat and enjoy the company of the people in the chat. So, welcome. Oh, isn't this lovely? I just got the notification that it was going on. Typical. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, I was going through and checking out my interesting facts things. There's some really good ones tonight. Oh, come on. If I learned how to manipulate if I learned how to go through emails properly. Okay. Okay. That's just a quiz. Okay. Oh. We have here interesting things that happen to New York subway cars. New York subway cars have been dumped into the Atlantic to create artificial reefs. Well, I'm not surprised. I mean, I've rode on subway cars for 9 years, and they are pretty skanky. Even the new ones, they're kind of gross. So best to dump them off into the ocean. Attract the fish. They dump them off. New York's Metro Transport MTA began the reef building program for its cars in 2001. They strip down to the metal hulls, and then barges drop them into the ocean between New Jersey and Georgia. While some have disintegrated, at least 1,000 are made from anti-corrosive carbon steel and can last indefinitely underwater. So they serve as homes of fish, invertebrate, and underwater plants. Because of coastal waters being sandy, this is a way to gather more fish. Yeah. I better let myself know I'm going on so I don't miss the show. Yeah. Exactly. I get 2 notifications, both a half hour late. That's crazy. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, YouTube. So, let's see. This is trike. This is trike every day. And I think Queen Dolphin will agree with this. Well, if you ask me, I think 4 snack breaks a day is a little too much. Nobody asked you, Dave. Yeah, I could see. Yeah, Tripe would be saying that. And about that, look, too.
He thinks the whole day is one big snack break.
Queen Dolphin says he thinks the whole day is one big snack break. Snort says, that's the trike. Yeah. That looks like my old dog. Before Snoopy. Sigh. All right. Oh. I loved Willie and Joe comics, and some of them are just so funny. Who else remembers Willie and Joe? I like this one. Big fat lieutenant comes back. Understand, I'd want just as much respect around here as if I was still a foist sergeant. Oh boy. Everybody looking shy. So, how's the weather at everybody's place? We had some strange wind around here. We had wind, we had thunderstorms. Power went out where Sandra works. So yeah, 59 cloudy. Yeah, we broke wind. You didn't get any, Tim? I think the wind here is about 20, 25. But in our open spaced building, it sounds even worse. Snort says it's a muggy 68 degrees. That's a muggy. Oh boy. Let's see. Sun and Fun should be coming soon, Snort, if I remember right. No, that's in April.
This is March.
It's in March?
This is March.
Oh. I thought it was usually in April. Yeah, I know. Knocked over the recycling bin after they came by. That's why I put mine up before it came through. Got up at 7, took it back out, went back to bed. Poor doggy, an Alaskan flat tire. That wouldn't happen if they had trike on board. Hey, comic. Huge. I had to pull out my converter after a week of 50 to 55. We had 1.5. Oh, comforter. We had 1.5 weeks back down to 35. Yeah. And that's why people are getting sick. Hi, guys. Hey, comic. Huge. Let's see. How you doing, comic? Hope all is well with you. Let's see. Let's see. Do I have any tropes? Ah, here's one. What's a tree's What is a tree's favorite drink? What is a tree's favorite drink? Guys, give up. Guys don't care. That's probably more. That's probably more of what guys don't really care. All right. Yep, Snort got it. Of course, I think I told this one on Saturday. I think. I don't know. I was kind of out of it. Actually, we didn't do a show on Saturday. I might have shown it on Sunday. A minute. I just hired. Give me a minute. I just hired a research team from Cambridge University. Okay. 4. Um, Anybody want to ask questions on the Dolphin Wars? I will answer questions on the Dolphin Wars. Okay. How many dolphins does it take to screw in a light bulb? I don't know, Smart. I think it'd be tough because the dolphins would be playing with the light bulbs. You know, tossing it nose to snout to snout.
You're ignoring the question before that, are you?
Huh? What'd you say?
So you're ignoring the question before that, are you?
No, I'm not. How is the progress on the graphic novel and the prequel coming? It as I'm starting to write it, it's turning out more into a book. So that's where it stands right now. Stuff's going into it, and I think I have a lot more. I've got a lot more content than a graphic novel can support. But anything is possible. And I still mean, yeah, I know. We met at an airport. We met at the Cleveland Air Show. I was the CAP squadron commander. She put her name on a list. She put her name on a list to get called. To attend a meeting. I called once. I called twice. I called 3 times to get her to join a meeting. That's kind of no. You could probably think that that's probably stalking. So she finally came, and a friendship started building there. We had to be careful because even in CAP, I was her commander, so. But that's.
We're friends before we started dating.
Yes, we were friends before we started dating. But with even before that, I was stalking Sandra. To join the meeting. I can't laugh. I'm going to cough. Did you check? Old Man Bird asks. Did you check with Sandra on women's dialogue that you write? No, but she has edited it. She has read the book. And she hasn't said, only once that she said that I absolutely have to take something out, but she hadn't had any problem. Plus, I've got a female editor who also checked the dialogue out. So I think I'm okay. So Sandra let you think you were in a command. Nods. Yeah, snort. Yeah, right. Yeah. When are we going to get a sequels featuring space sharks? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Huh?
Sharks are too stupid to develop a culture.
Sandra said it right. Sharks are too stupid to have a culture. Yes, please put an HB out there for Hungry Boy. He's a friend of the channel, and evidently he's not he's been on a hiatus since October and needs prayers. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, please put HB out there. Okay. So here's a good one. Let's talk about 10 of the world's strangest borders. This was one I saw, I kept, and I really wanted to share this, but didn't get around to it. So, from interestingfacts.com, 10 of the world's craziest borders. The many borders that crisscross our world often neatly separate the planet into countries, states, territories, counties, cities, and towns. But sometimes, thanks to a variety of historical and geographical factors, the world's borders aren't so clear-cut. Here are 10 surprising and often bizarre borders around the world you may not have heard about. From ones that run straight through towns and businesses to an island that changes hands every 6 months. Ooh, that's an interesting one. All right, the first one. In Derby Line, Vermont, the U.S.-Canada border runs right through town. On one side, you're in Derby Line, Vermont. The other side, you're in Stansted, Quebec. The border between U.S. and Canada goes right through these two towns, which basically function as one, through businesses and along a main street named Canusay Avenue. In one area, the border is even made up of flower pots. No one knows exactly why the border was straight through town. In the early 1700s, some attribute it to a simple map-making error. But Derby Line Stansted has chosen to embrace it. The curling hall is in both countries, and so is the library. There's a customs house and border patrol, however, so if you're out crossing the road, you'll need to show a passport. All right. The next one. The Neum and Neum corridor in Bosnia cuts through Croatia. Though it may appear on a map that Bosnia is landlocked, a closer look reveals that the country has a narrow strip of land that extends through Croatia and gives the country 12 miles of shoreline on the Adriatic. Called the Neum corridor, the border dates to the 1699 Treaty of Karlowitz, which gave a substantial amount of land around the Croatian city of Dubrovnik to Venice, Italy. Dubrovnik was being worried about being so close to Venice and potential for invasion, so they gave some of their land to the Ottomans as a buffer. And since Bosnia and Herzegovina were Ottoman-ruled provinces, that's where the Neum corridor is today. Aside from Monaco, Bosnia has the shortest coastline of any other country thanks to this stretch of land. Wow. I bet you that's an exotic area. Yeah. Next one. Okay, next one. Okay. The France-Switzerland border goes through a hotel. Guests at Hotel La Baze, Franco-Suisse, have the unique opportunity to sleep in two countries at once. The hotel sits right on the border between France and Switzerland in the alpine village of La Cour, 15 miles southwest of Lake Geneva. It was built between 1862 and 63 when Napoleon III redrew the border between the two countries, right through the land owned by a French citizen named Ponta Sarbet, who decided to build a house on the border before it became official. At first, the French side had a bar and the Swiss side had a store. But when Arbez died, his sons converted the property into a hotel in 1921. Today, guests can cross between the international border in the hotel's dining room, and some rooms even allow them to sleep with their heads in France and feet in Switzerland. Interesting. Belgium and the Netherlands have borders within borders. The border between Baarle and Nassau, a town in the southern Netherlands, and Baarle-Hertog, Belgium, is one of the most complicated borders in the world. The border zigzags through the Dutch town and creates a series of Belgian enclaves. Parcels of land that belong to Belgium but are completely surrounded by the Netherlands. However, some of those Belgian enclaves contain Dutch enclaves, like a border-based version of Inception. Border goes through homes, businesses, parks, and probably even a crouch or two, marked around the ground by a series of white crosses. The arrangement was a result of medieval land treaties and swaps where land lines were determined by the aristocrats that lived there. Snort says apparently there are some saloons that straddle state borders because of blue laws or lack thereof. Yeah. I used to live in a dry county in Arkansas. The aristocrats, yes. Darn those aristocrats. Okay. The highest border in the world is atop Mount Everest. Mount Everest, the world's tallest mountain. And since it straddles the border between China and Nepal, it's also home to the world's highest border. The border goes right through the summit, and climbers can scale the mountain from both sides. And in 2020, the world's most elevated border got even higher. China and Nepal separately took new measurements of the summit and then jointly announced that Mount Everest is even taller than they originally thought. Now Mount Everest's apex is officially 29,032 feet, just about 3 feet taller than before. And Snort can reach it in 2 minutes because he can fly. They fly now. Yay. Northwest Angle, Minnesota, is surrounded by Canada, a lake, and a video phone booth. If you want to visit Northwest Angle in Minnesota, you either have to travel through Canada or take a boat or float plane to get there. The small community of 120 people is the only part of the U.S. that extends north of the 49th parallel. The angle, as it's known by locals, borders the Canadian provinces of Manitoba and Ontario and is separated from the rest of Minnesota by the Lake of the Woods. Northwest Angle is the result of a map-making error when early explorers misattributed the source of the Mississippi River. Since the area is so remote, you want to use the land border to cross into Canada and continue back into Northwest Angle, Minnesota. You have to go to the booth, place a video call to U.S. or Canadian customs officers to pass through. Now that's convoluted. That's convoluted. A tiny island changes hands between France and Spain every 6 months. The border of Pheasant Island, located on the Bidassoa River in between southwestern France and northeastern Spain, changed more than 700 times. There are no permanent residents on the 2-acre island, and visitors are banned except for twice a year when government representatives from each country come together on the land to transfer ownership. The island is considered to be a symbol of peace and neutrality. After the 30 Years' War ended in 1648, France and Spain signed the Treaty of the Pyrenees on the island and made sure it would alternate ownership in perpetuity to demonstrate equality between the two nations. Pheasant Island is what's known as a condominium, a territory belonging to two separate nations at the same time. Snort says, yep, flap, flap. That will be addressed when Canada is annexed. Ducks. Comic says truth. Let's see. Okay. Bertawil has no borders of its own. With no permanent residence and no one looking to claim it, I'm getting an idea. Bertawil is a true no man's land, one of the last unclaimed areas on Earth. This trapezoid-shaped, almost entirely barren land is located north of Sudan and south of Egypt. But neither Egypt or Sudan want to claim the area as their own because of a border technicality. Neighboring Halide has much more valuable land to both countries because it abuts the Red Sea. But when British colonists drew border lines, the agreement stipulated that each country can only have one of their territories and not both. If they claim Bertawil, they'll lose lucrative Halab, which is still disputed between Egypt and Sudan. I know what we need to do. The Dolphin Pod needs to invade Bertawil and call it Bear to Wheel. That's it. Bear to Wheel. A wholly owned subsidiary of the DolphinWars.com. FKHC says, I'm back. Had some leftover pork loin and some beans. Sounds like the kind of place that no one wants. Hey, that's why it's perfect for us, Snort. Bear to Wheel. Yeah. Yeah, there's no route for dolphins to come swimming in there. What's a nice try? Bear to Wheel, as Christopher Columbus, I claim this land in the name of Spain. Oh yeah? I bet they don't have a bear to set them straight and do a better claim. Snort says, too hot. Yuck. Sure, we can do the Antarctic. A secret dolphin base in Antarctica. I like it. Okay. The island of Tasmania actually has one land border. Tasmania is a 26,000 square mile island located 150 miles south of mainland Australia. It makes up one of Australia's 6 states and territories, but it shares a small border with another Australian state, Victoria. Located on a small island called Boundary Islet, the border is only 279 feet long and was created by accident. Back in 1825, when the Tasmanian Victoria border was drawn in Australia, nobody noticed the tiny island, so the border ended up running right through it. Boundary Islet has no human residence, just New Zealand fur seals and crested terns. And now it has a polar bear chasing the seals. Okay. Okay. I don't know how I'm going to read this one without laughing. The Kingdom of Tolosa's borders are in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Lenron would probably know this. It's not an internationally recognized border, but a border nonetheless. The Kingdom of Tolosa is a sovereign microstate, at least to its citizens, that sits right in downtown Milwaukee, bordered by Lake Michigan on its eastern side. Tulsa has its own language, its own government, its own flag, and its own discussion forums for anybody who wants to become a citizen. The micronation was founded in 1979 when a 14-year-old boy named Robert Ben Madison who was confined to his room, decided to secede from the United States and create a constitutional monarchy. Although it wasn't taken seriously at first, by the time the internet rolled around, the Kingdom of Tulsa went viral and captured the imagination of many others who joined as citizens. Seals and turns. Key West claims to be independent, the Conch Republic. Yeah, I've heard that. Let's see. And that was interesting fact. The 10 weirdest borders in the world. Okay. Not sure what all this stuff is coming up on StreamYards now. Demo scenes, whatever that is. We've got some of the stuff that comes up that I have no idea on. And knowing StreamYards, it's probably not a good thing to try. So. Oh boy. Hello, Jill. How you doing? We're just doing some this is a Surfside chat, and we're just chilling around. It's an anything goes, Jill. I've just been running off my mouth for as long as I can and trying not to cough and bringing up some strange memes and stuff like that. So it's more like a chill chat. But welcome, Joe. So hold on a second. I got a cough. That's the silliest thing they say is turn your head and cough. Anything goes. Oh God, no. No. I'm not going there. Not with about 15, 20 minutes to go. Not with 15, 20 minutes to go. So this has been fun. Me chatting along and messing around with you guys. showing you some cool stuff. And then the wonderful Antiderivative Joe comes on. Yay! Oh. Now the coughs really start. I have no clue where I got this from. I have no clue when it's going to disappear. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Agreed, Jill. And actually today, and no comments from the peanut gallery. I was sitting there trying to work on the computer today, and it was like the whole room was spinning. I couldn't focus on the computer, and I couldn't focus on the computer, and the room just kept spinning on me. Snort says, there's been a lot of icky going around for months now. So far, the bear has been spared. Good luck to you, Smart. Oh, send me some of your healing genes. Yeah, send me some of that healing mojo. Sandra and I could use it. And we've put an SF out there too, because she's been Sandra caught, as it goes in the Feliciano house. I catch it, then Sandra catches it. You know, the gift that keeps spinning, keeps on giving. So she gets it. I like that, Jill. What is it called after midlife? End life sounds way too dark. I agree. I agree. So all can't wait for back porch season. We're wasting time on the back porch is time well wasted. I like that. I like that. And Snort says, I'm sure it's because I stay isolated in the cave for the most part. Yeah. Oh, Trike is fine. Except he's Trike is fine. He's here, he's sleeping. After about half hour, 45 minutes, aggravating Queen Dolphin by barking all over the place. So yes, he's fine. He's the only one of us that Legata says, gotta include the entire family so Trike doesn't feel left out. That's a good point. That's a good point. Oh, man. Last night, I'm over there trying to sleep. Got my CPAP device on, trying to move around. Next thing I know, I wake up and there is this 90-pound dog laying right on me. He's like laying on me. I said, what are you doing here? And he's still sleeping there, and he does not move. If he gets planted, he is not moving. So it took me forever to get him off of me so I can move and sleep comfortably. Cool. Okay, I think that cough is the signal for me to start winding down. Uh, let's see. Snort says, Trike snoozes and gets up energy to stare into mommy's soul and chase squirrels. Yep, indeed. Procrastination is a good thing. You always have something to do tomorrow, plus you have nothing to do today. Good point. And Snort's corollary. Why put off into tomorrow what you can avoid completely? Yeah. And yeah, it is.
It's time for show notes. It's time for show notes. Yeah, with Mr. Raven and Sandra too. It's time for show notes. We're bringing it on. It's time for show notes. You've all been warned. It's time for show notes.
Gary Ambrosia, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. I keep saying we got to get you on, but it's always tough since you've got to do pop culture breakdown. Which is our reminder, please. Pop culture breakdown will be on at 8:00 Eastern time. So remember that. Okay. All right. So show notes. Let's see. Go to my trusty Westy calendar, which actually works this time because I found the legacy button with Windows 10 stuff, and that's a great help. This coming Saturday is gonna be movie night, so make sure you know what movies you want to talk about. The panel's going to have their list of movies, and we're going to talk about what we liked, what we did, the worst movies, best movies, whatever. But it's going to be movies on the whole. So, yes, the third themed night of the year, movie night. On the 12th will probably be your reviews. The 12th will probably be a review unless something comes up and bites me in the wazoo. On the 19th will be What We Left Behind, the wonderful anti-derivative Jill, and I will talk about the documentary by Ira Stephen Bear, old Bluebeard, on Deep Space Nine with the proposed 8th season. Will be the 8th season of Deep Space Nine. What they're That'll be a great stream because I can forget that I had jury duty the day before. Cool. Jury duty is a very interesting thing, Jill. Oh gosh. Let's see. Caligula. The Dolphin does Dallas. Yeah, right. The Dolphin. Oh, and the next show, yes, the movie theme one will be episode 350. Wow. 50 more to 400. You said duty. And she says, yeah, the joke has no business being funny, but it still works. Yeah. Let's see, what is the... Okay, let's go back here. I want to get this critter. Okay. Oh. Okay. Let's see. I got squirreled here. On the 26th, the Wednesday after, the last Wednesday of the month, we're going to do Mysteries with Don Mace. He'll talk about some things that we never got to finish when he came on and talked about enchanted portals. So we'll do some conversing there. And then just because every Saturday, the only away mission I have will be on April 12th, which is Passover. So that's probably the only Sunday show I have planned anytime soon. Let's see. What's this? Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Something happened, and Jill came down, but Jack is there still. Oh, that's a new take on it. All right, so Snorter Poopa says, take care, every human, dolphin, dog, Dalek, ferret, eagle, hedgehog, and Monito Del Monte, a wholly owned subsidiary of King Dolphin TV. Let me show you what this critter is. He is a marsupial. Cute little critter. Native to Argentina and Chile. Yeah, he's kind of cute. If you know people you want me to interview, please let me know, and I will reach out to them, and I'll set up some interviews. Interviews are kind of lean right now, but we have fun anyway. We definitely have fun anyway. So that is show notes.
It's time for show notes. It's time for show notes. Yeah, with Mr. Raven and Sandra too. It's time for show notes. We're bringing it on. It's time for show notes. You've all been warned. It's time for show notes.
Okay. There is the pop culture breakdown chat. Yes, please. Everybody do a pod raid at pop culture breakdown. Hashtag pod raid. And Jill asked, wait, was Snort waiting on the hill already? That's probably a good theory, Jill. Snort says, get good rest. And Jill says, Snort says, I will never tell. I know Snort. I know comic. It keeps slipping through my mind. I'll do that. Al Nickerson. And I know you've sent me the stuff on it. Send it to me again. With this cold, my brain is foggy. I need another reminder. Jill says, I guess a decent bear doesn't snack and tell. To which Snort agrees. All right. So that was show notes, and this was our 349th show. Only 51 episodes to the big 400. Wow. And I'd like to thank you guys for being here. We had Gary Ambrosia. Check him out on Pop Culture Breakdown tonight. We had Old Man Bird. Thank you, sir, for being here. And then our amazing lifeguards. We had Anti-Derivative Jill here. We had FKHC 2005. We had Legatus Legionai. I'm going to do this. Okay. I'll probably see it better on FB. Jeez. Let's see. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Sandra, our producer, Queen Dolphin herself. Love you, baby. Anti-Derivative Jill. FKHC 2005. Legatus Legionai. Max Redstone. The huge Comic Relief Crusader. And the bad boy of the pod. Snort Poopas! Cubar. Dot Scream. Hashtag Roar. Hey, Trike. Good show. We know you carry this, not him. You and Snort and me. Good night, all. See you on Saturday for Just Cause. All right. Y'all have a great evening. Check you out on Just Cause on Saturday for movie night. And I love you all. And please send us healing thoughts, healing prayers. Help us get over this mess. I love you all. Thank you, Joe. We appreciate it. And Snort waves a paw and dives in the water.